Hi guys, and welcome to the Sunderland vs Portsmouth Checkatrade Trophy final preview. Now I know we're literally 10 days away, but because Sunderland aren't playing, I'm running out of ideas for content. So I know it's a bit early to do a preview, but here we are. So on the 31st, we'll be going to Wembley. I shall be going to Wembley myself as well, and I'm really excited for it. And a lot of people have asked me or questioned me, how much this competition really matters. It doesn't, to be honest with you. This competition means absolutely jack shit. But what it does mean is that both sets of fans have an opportunity to go to Wembley, have a day out at Wembley. There's two great sets of fans there. And it's about the fans, really, on the day. And that's not me throwing my excuses out there already, just in case we do somehow lose, which I won't say again. But yeah, it is for the fans. It's definitely for the fans. After everything, particularly Sunderland fans, over the last few years, what we've been through, as long as I see our set of fans enjoying themselves, regardless of the scoreline, I think it's a win. I think it's just it's sort of icing on the cake of the change that we've had of the club over the summer. Obviously, we had Stuart coming in with Charlie and what have you. And there's been a lot of change at the club with Jack Ross as well, who I think's done an excellent job. I think it's just, if anything, I think it's just a treat for the fans this on the 31st. And I'm sure Sunderland fans, including myself, will absolutely love the day out in London and at Wembley. So that's more so what I'm looking forward to. But if we do win, it'll be absolutely fantastic. Of course it will be great to see Sunderland win at Wembley. If not, we got a doubt at Wembley in a competition that no one gives a shit about. so either way, anyway, I will go into the preview. So, of course, we are taking on Portsmouth, who I do think will be a really difficult task. We know that they've always been up and around the top ends of League One throughout the season. At one point, they were top of the league for a while as well. They have a very solid side themselves. I will predict that they'll more than likely go with their 4-2-3-1 formation. That's normally what they go with the likes of up top. They only have they have Bogle up top. They've been going with recently. They have Solomon Otterbor, Pittman, as well as Jamal Lowe as well. So I think that attacking sort of four is going to be very difficult to deal with. There's some great pace there, some great technique, and of course they have Close and Naylor in the middle as well, two solid midfielders. Defensively, I think when they did have Watmo, I think I was a bit more worried about their defence because they were very solid. They've got Burgess in there now, along with Matt Clark is there, their centre-back pairing, which is still two very solid defenders, but I would have been a little bit more worried had Watmo been fit. I'm not too sure the extent of the injury. I think it is a season, or he's ruled out for the rest of the season, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I could be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, all in all, they have a very solid side. They have a very solid side, and we're definitely going to have to be up to it on the day. It's difficult to kind of predict our lineup because we're seeing little glimpses of the likes of Maguire, who did break his leg a few weeks back, and we have seen pictures of him doing his little green screen shots for Sky and for this final. So whether he'll be fit or not for it remains to be seen. If he is fit, I'd chuck him straight in the team, regardless of whether he's broke his leg or not. If he's fit to play, and he's had a few sessions in training, you never know. And I'd have him in there because I think if he's on the pitch, Maguire, I can see him being the difference. But I could be getting ahead of myself there. He might not even get in the squad because of this injury. I think it would make things a lot easier with Maguire in there, because one thing I've been talking about so much over the last sort of few weeks now is replacing Maguire, and no one can fill his boots in the role in which he plays just behind the striker or as a sort of central attacking midfielder, because he comes deep to collect it. He finds the gaps and the spaces in the hole between midfield and strikers. And he's very good at doing that. He utilises the space where I think we've tried, the likes of, we've tried Morgan in there, McGeady in there, we've tried Honeyman in there, and they're not quite as good in that position. They're not very, almost, without sounding harsh, I don't think they use that space that they are given in that position. They don't use it intelligently enough and utilise it. Whereas Maguire is fantastic at it. He'll bring it deep, immediately turn, bang, you're on the go. and then he'll play out a pass, he'll spray a pass, he'll bomb forward, maybe go for goal himself. Whereas everyone else who I've seen play in that position, they kind of follow other people's runs and they look a little bit unsure as to what they should be doing in that role. I mean, Honeyman, when he's there, and he will be back for the final, I presume that Honeyman will more than likely get his start there as captain. You know, he's got an engine on him. He'll run his socks off, but does he quite have the same technical ability as Maguire? He doesn't. But you know, I'd be more than happy to see Honeyman there. But of course, my personal preference would be to see Maguire back. So my predicted lineup for us, I will say McLaughlin in goal. I think James will be recalled to the lineup at left back. Hopefully, I would like to see Baldwin and Flanagan be that central defensive partnership with O'Nien at right back. Katz and Ledbetter, I believe, will stay as the central holding midfielders, with Honeyman as a central attacking midfielder. I think we will see Gooch on the right. I also think we will see McGeady on the left, with Will Grigg up top. So, yeah, there's an argument, you know, Morgan should maybe go on the right, he should maybe go in as the central attacking midfielder, but that's what I just think that Ross will go with. But we'll have to see. Gooch looked decent when he come on last time. You know, he was firing at the beginning of the season. And I think if anything's going to light a fire in his belly, it'll be Wembley. And when Gooch is on top form, he is one of the best players in the league. He's an absolute danger, man. He really, really is. But he hasn't been performing as of late over the last sort of couple of months. And he has dropped in and out of the side. But like I say, Wembley, could that be the motivation for him to get back to his better performances? We shall see. But in terms of predicting the score, it's going to be a really difficult one, I know, because it's really early. Like I say, it's 10 days before the game. The injuries could take place. Players could come back. But I mean, I'm going to go with a 1-0 Sunderland win. I'm thinking there's going to be chances throughout the game. I think that if we weather the storm, which will more than likely be the opening sort of 5-10 minutes, because I think Portsmouth will come out absolutely flying with the pace that they've got. But I think once that rush has gone, I think that we should be able to maintain them, because that's what happens with a lot of teams against us this season. They come at us for the opening sort of 5 or 10 minutes, and they're just relentless. And when we concede, that's what makes things difficult in that time period. Whereas I think when we weather the storm for the opening 5, 10, 15 minutes, we tend to gain control of the game a little bit more. And that big pitch at Wembley, that would be ideal for the likes of Ledbetter and Katz to control that midfield. But, you know, we've asked for them to do that in quite a few games, and they've struggled. But hopefully it's different at Wembley. 2 experienced heads in there with Katz and Ledbetter. Hopefully they can control it. I'm going to go for a Will Grigg late winner and make it 1-0. So that is my predictions. That is my preview. Like I say, if we manage to weather the storm early doors, I think we will get with the win. But if we do what Sunderland do, and do a Sunderland and concede an early goal, I can see it being a real uphill struggle. But yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Sunderland win. Who do you think is going to win out of this, guys? Let me know in the comments. Who's going to score? What's going to be the final result? Anyway, who do you think is going to be in the starting 11, etc, etc, etc? Let me know in the comments. But if you have enjoyed this little preview, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.